right. Okay. As I ride back on the way from the movie theater after just experiencing a matinee of 2 movies I was waiting to see. Well, Shanghai just came out last Thursday, so it wasn't too many days, but I had been wanting to see Candyman for a minute, just haven't had the time. It's another movie I wanted to see that I haven't had a minute. Just don't have the time these days to do everything I want to do, which is fine. Just make time in the near future to do that. Sacrificing time right now, chasing a purpose to, get back the time that I sacrificed. It's funny you mentioned that. Funny I mentioned that because the movie of Shanghai brings that into focus. And I got to see the reviews of some of my favorite content creators to get their opinion of Shanghai. Because with the Marvel movies, of course, Marvel is a big production for a reason, and it's become a billion-dollar industry for a reason because they show very, very interesting movies. And Shanghai definitely fits. Gist of it is giving you a superhero movie from a Asian or Mongoloid perspective. So it was cool to see, Wong back in it in this movie along with the Abomination. Because I'm a comic book movie head. I admit that. So to see Abomination back in the big screen after all these years. I say all these years, 10, 11, 12 years. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool how Wong beat him too. Yeah, pretty cool. But the themes in the movies, the symbolism in the movie, I was worried about it. Because, the whole go woke, go broke theme these days has become a turn off to go see these movies. I admit that. But with these Marvel movies, even though they do incorporate that in these movies nowadays, they still show a lot of truth. They do show a lot of truth. Shanghai definitely fits that bill. Very interesting story. Very interesting story, but the way they portray it, the father of Shanghai is a villain. And if you really pay attention to what happened, he really wasn't a villain. Although his actions became villainous because of love. Before he fell in love, he was on his purpose, became godlike, acquired some knowledge, and used that knowledge to become godlike, and gain power because of the knowledge that he acquired. Then lived for a long time doing it. In my eyes, that's not evil. That's not good or evil. That's just, it is what it is. That's what I call it. But in essence, he met another godlike figure who had knowledge. In this instance, the lady, she represented Mother Nature. In my eyes, she represented Mother Nature. She was a symbol of Mother Nature. She acquired the knowledge to use the 4 elements of wind, air, water, and earth, and became very prominent. But it wasn't just her alone. It was the village that she was a part of. That's the difference. She was actually part of a society, and the father, Shanghai's father, created his own. Pretty much created his own society. That was the difference. That was the difference. And of course, she came from a matriarchy. That's where whole wokeness comes into play. And I know how that might have turned off a lot of, comic book heads seeing this movie. But like I said, you gotta you gotta look past that. You gotta look past that. What Shanghai showed was the good and the bad of love. That's what it showed. If you really was paying attention to the movie, it showed the good and the bad of love. Now, I'm not going to get into the specifics because I'm still sort of meditating on what I've seen a few hours back, because right after that I saw Candyman. Because I knew it was connection. See, Shanghai showed the power, showed the godlike power being acquired by people of the Mongoloid persuasion. And Candyman was a picture of power in a Negro persuasion and how they use it. Now, of course, Candyman is a horror flick, and I put horror in parentheses. And they never show. What I wanted to see was them showing how Candyman acquired the power. In all the Candyman movies, they don't show that. How he actually, acquired that power of immortality. They never show that. That's one of the big things they're missing. I don't know if it's on purpose. Well, after 3 or 4 Candyman movies, probably on purpose they don't show that. But you get those woke themes in this movie, of course. With the white man bad, black man good, that type of thing. But it actually showed the attacking of the power structure, which I thought was very interesting. With the couple being black in so-called America, and them navigating that dynamic to live, to thrive. And of course they showed the symbolism. Hold on one second, I'm at the window. Hello.
Beverages at the moment, only food items.
Okay, that's fine. Let me get yes ma'am, let me get 2 bean burritos with guacamole on both of them.
2 bean burritos at guac?
Yep.
What else for you?
That's it.
All right, 443.
All right, thank you very much. Well, like I said, the story of Candyman showing the couple, the dynamics. It explored the dynamics of a young couple here in America, and the good and the bad of it. Of course, it showed the black man living in a black woman's house because the black man didn't want to work a regular job. He was chasing his dream of becoming an artist, a professional artist. And of course, the black woman, his girlfriend, was in a position of power over him, being that her job was to recruit artists and work with curators. Of course, her boss was white, and the critics were white. The critic that could make or break an artist's career, she had to kiss up to that power structure. And of course, you had those points in the movie where my man, rebelled, and who was the first person to get in his face? His girlfriend, a black woman. And of course, he lived in a house because he doesn't make enough money to live on his own. And at the same time, he was getting messages from his mother to come visit him. you know, the stereotypical story, that type of thing. And it was, you know, like I said, I watched these movies for the symbolism. There was some cool symbolism with Jordan Peele. You do get that. The coolest, the coolest symbol was when the girlfriend met up with the black woman in position, the black woman in her 40s in position, and the sign was phenomenal. It's obviously you're in the wrong place. That sign there was phenomenal. That was powerful. I like that. I actually like that. I like that. But like I said, I just came out of the movie theater, so I need to meditate on that a little bit more. But some of those are some of the specifics that stuck out to me. That really stuck out to me about this movie. So this lady's looking at me crazy. Let me go ahead and give her the money.
How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right, hold on 1 second. There you go. All right. You too. All right. Well, like I said, I just came out of both movies. I'm gonna do a little bit more research, but just wanted to give a quick synopsis of what I just saw, because there's a lot to unpack in both movies. But I did enjoy myself. I will say that I did enjoy myself at the movie theater today. All right, but more videos about what I saw coming. That's it. Peace.